Now, China's cultural influence on the West becomes even more clear during this time of year. Take, for example, the Washington Wizards' latest basketball game. Fans and players alike got into the Chinese New Year spirit, and CCTV's Callebs was there.
Chinese lanterns. Washington Wizards basketball team jerseys with Mandarin characters. This National Basketball Association game came with a special tip of the cap to the upcoming Chinese New Year.
So this will actually be the jersey that they wear on the court. And then in addition, before the game, in pregame, the guys are all going to be wearing this shooting shirt.
The Wizards' marquee player, All-Star John Wall, calls it a proud moment.
It's an honor. It's a great honor. I mean, especially internationally, building the fan base over there.
And some of the players went one step further.
新年快乐，新年好。
Happy Chinese New Year.
These jerseys aren't cheap, $110 US. But the team store says both jerseys and the hats are selling well. It's a chance for the NBA to expand its brand and tap into its largest market outside of the United States.
China is a huge market for the NBA, and I think it is very important to bring games here, because when we bring games here, it gives people a chance to experience the NBA sort of up close and personal, as we say.
He may have drawn some glances for his spiked hair, but for Jeremy Lin, Taiwanese heritage has helped elevate Lin's stock overseas.
Hi, Jeremy is the superstar NBA coming to China, yeah.
The National Basketball Association became the first U.S. pro league to play a game in China. A preseason NBA game in China drew lots of oohs and ahs, but it also generated a lot of fans. It is estimated that 300 million people in China now play basketball, so it makes sense for the NBA to court fans here.
Maybe they didn't know who John Wall was. Maybe they didn't know who Bradley Beal was, but now they know.
That may be overstating it a bit. So we've heard from the players. What about the Wizards staff? Let's hear their best Chinese Happy New Year.
Oh, okay. What is it? It's Xinling Kuai La. Was I close? Was I close? A little bit?
Well, not so close. But in this case, the NBA still gets an A for effort.
And Callebs joins me live, and you brought some props for me.
Yeah,
Thank you,
personally,
Sean.
it was a great game, and it was seen on CCTV in China yesterday, so they were treated to quite the treasure. Before we go any further, though, look at this price tag.
Oh, my goodness.
I know, right? So if you want one of these, they're great, but they don't come in expensive fashion. But this is a big deal. Firstly, it allows the NBA to expand its brand. I mean, it's wonderful to show the sensitivity and how much they admire the culture, but at the end of the day, it comes down to money. And a big deal announced just a couple of days ago. Tencent, the digital giant in China, $170 billion company, announced a deal with ESPN, and it's going to begin carrying ESPN's programming on entities like WeChat, and we're all on WeChat. We know what that means.
That's remarkable.
So people over in China can watch these games now and all kinds of sports. So it's really making some inroads there. It's just become bigger and bigger, really a whole global.
And when you were there, did you feel the spirit for the Chinese New Year?
You really did, and I have to say the Wizards did this really well yesterday. Not to toot their horn too much, but the Chinese lantern inside, there were the calligraphy areas inside. They really went out of their way, and a lot of teams are doing that across the NBA. They're really making a push, and it's going to go on through February 22nd as they honor the Lunar New Year. I'll ask you later how to say Happy New Year.
I know it. Don't put me on the spot. I'll mess it up. Callebs, thank you so much.